Hi there, I'm Cheryl, and today I'm going to be talking to you about dyslexia, what dyslexia is, how to spot that a child you're working with or your child may have dyslexia, and some tips of what to say and what not to say to a person with dyslexia. Hey, welcome back. Hoping you'll enjoy this channel. This channel you will find loads of videos about autism, well-being and conditions related to autism. Today I want to talk to you about dyslexia. So what dyslexia is that is a neurological condition. And what it means is the way that somebody will process words, sounds and letters. Dyslexia itself is very frustrating. I myself am dyslexic, so I wanted to share with you a few warning signs that could be there for you if you feel that your child could quite possibly be dyslexic. Okay, so the first one I want to talk to you about is the alphabet, being able to memorize the alphabet. Now for me, I didn't manage to memorize the alphabet until I was 11, and that was from watching loads of episodes of Sesame Street again and again and again. I was an audio learner, I finally got it. And there was one particular part in the alphabet that I really struggled with, and that was the M-N-L-M-N-O-P. Even now I struggle with that. And all I heard was P. The alphabet made no sense to me. The same with months of the year. I couldn't get them in the order. I had no concept of when my birthday was. I just couldn't relate it and link it to anything at all. So that's the first alarm bell that might be going off, is if your child is of an age where they should be able to do the alphabet, but they're really struggling. The second one is being able to read. So when you start off learning to read, the books that you read are very basic. So it would say like the cat sat on the mat, you turn the page and it would still say the cat sat on the mat, but it might change one of or two of the words. The point being is that when you turn the page, the words are similar, or if not the same, but to a dyslexic child, they would have completely forgotten what the word the looks like or sat, yet you've just turned the page and they have no comprehension of what that word actually means or what that word actually is. They're not doing it to frustrate you. A dyslexic person has a very short processing issues, and the short-term memory is very poor, so which is why they will really struggle with that simple thing. The other thing to be thinking about as well is understanding the sounds of words. So phonics, for example, is very difficult for a dyslexic person to be able to hear the individual sounds that letters make. For example, let me give you the word trousers. Even now, I cannot spell the word trousers. I cannot hear the sounds within it. I can hear the T and the R and the O. The S on the end, yes, the R's and the S on the end, but that middle bit, it all blurs together, and I have no idea, even now, what that word looks like, and how to spell it is just beyond me. Mattress is another one. Very, very confused. And as for letters, words that have silent letters in it, there's no hope. It's just not happening. So that would be something to consider. You may have noticed me gazing off there. Again, that is a symptom of dyslexia is the processing, the thought processing. Again, it's all down to the memory, the struggles with processing the memory. Now, usually when I'm creating these videos, I edit these bits out, but I wanted to show you exactly what is going on today with the way my mind is working here. It's not that I'm lazy or I just don't understand or I can't concentrate enough, but for me to be able to concentrate and process, it's a lot of things all working together. My mind is kind of like a web of just, I don't know, I don't even know what the word is. It's just lots of things all going off at once, and to try and connect them all together to make sense is actually really difficult and really hard to do, which is why usually these sort of videos will take several takes. I'd edit them out and you wouldn't see any of these little blippy thought moments when my brain just goes to decide to think about other things and do other things. It's extremely frustrating as a dyslexic person to do that, but I wanted to share this with you to kind of make the point on this video. Some of the things that not to say really to a dyslexic person or to a dyslexic child, if they ask you how to spell a word, don't tell them to go and get a dictionary, because it's so frustrating that if you can't spell a word and you have no idea how that word is made up, you can't actually use a dictionary. There are some great dictionaries that you can use that are designed especially for dyslexic children or dyslexic adults. They're very good, and they're mainly based around the syllables of the sound, which do help a bit. Using spell check as well can also be a nightmare, because if you don't know what the word looks like and you're just given a whole list of suggested words that it could be, how do you know which one to pick? I can read, but reading a word out of context when it's not in a full sentence is incredibly difficult to find. So reading more, that's very frustrating. Being told to read more and my spelling will improve, it makes no difference at all how much I read or how little I read. My spelling doesn't improve through reading because I don't remember the words that I've just read in the first place. So that's quite frustrating. And when a child does a piece of work for you and they've created a large piece of work, don't just pick up on all the spellings, because it's soul destroying. The effort that that child would have had to put in to have actually produced a piece of written work in the first place is massive. So it's best not to just tear them apart that the spelling's not right. It's very, very upsetting and soul destroying, and I'm sure, well, I know teaching has changed over the years, but that's something that really sticks with me from primary school, is just seeing that pen all over my work, just basically just reinforcing that you're not that great, and that's a horrible feeling, and I wouldn't want anybody to be feeling that. So what about dyslexia is good? There's a lot of good things about dyslexia. I've now come to terms with the fact that I'm dyslexic, and I'm friends with the fact that I'm dyslexic. I'm friends with my dyslexia. I can't spell it, but we're friends now. We've made peace, because I've learned to accept that without being dyslexic, I wouldn't have the creative mind that I have. I wouldn't be able to go on and achieve the things that I do. I have a real ability to be able to visually create things using graphics and online. I can create things quite easily that other people might struggle with, or I can solve problems that other people might take a bit longer to solve, just because my brain is wired very differently, and I've learned to embrace that. And as we all know, some of the greatest people who have done so well for themselves are dyslexic as well. So the likes of Richard Branson, which is amazing, and who would have told him that he's an idiot and he can't do anything. So I wanted just to create this video to share with you the positives of dyslexia, and just to make you aware really of those early signs of dyslexia, so that you can be aware and be supportive rather than negative and condescending. So I hope you've really enjoyed this video. Give me a like, subscribe if you'd like to see more videos, and have a wonderful day. Goodbye.